What's going on, Moon Gang? I hope that you enjoyed your extended weekend, a little bit of an extra break from the markets. Hope you're relaxed and rested for the upcoming week. It's bound to be a lot of fun. Now, before we get into all that, shout out to all the daddos out there. Happy Father's Day. Where would we be without all of your jokes? And speaking of jokes, we're going to get into a pretty funny one. I want to talk a little bit about crypto and what's been going on, a little bit about the overall market. I want to call out some things that you should be paying attention to this upcoming week because it could definitely prompt some volatility. And overall, I think this is the calm before the storm. And I know you guys were hoping for it, and we finally got it. The answer of what is God's opinion on NFTs? I wasn't messing around in the slightest when I said it. God has finally shared an opinion on NFTs, and they're not the nicest. God hates NFTs. Vitalik is the Antichrist, anti-MetaMasker. The end is NFTs. God hates NFTs. And then on the end here, listen to Bill Gates. Check this video. This all just happened today. NFT, not for me. NFT, not for me. So overall, you get the vibe of what's going on. And just so you know, apparently this is a marketing ploy for the New York City NFT convention. But at first, they're just completely ragging on those crazy people at the Westboro Baptist Church, like just similar signage and everything. But once again, this is just a marketing ploy. It's making its rounds on social media. I thought it was pretty hilarious, so I wanted to share it with all of you. What's not so funny is what's been going on in crypto, especially over the weekend. Bitcoin went as low as 17.5 thousand. ETH went as low as 875. Overall, it was an extended, brutal bloodbath for crypto. Bitcoin dead Google searches hit a new all-time high. Things have to be really bad for Bitcoin dead to be at a new high. Look at that, just ripping through the roof. Bitcoin sees resistance at 21,000 as investors record losses over 7 billion. That's billion with a B. I don't know if you need some crazy protest that's made up or the spike in Google searches or just the fact that all this money is disappearing in the ether to understand that not only is the equities market, but particularly the crypto market under a lot of pressure. Now, hey, for me, I'm heavily invested not only in Bitcoin and Ethereum, but a myriad of cryptos. And for me, I'm just going to choose the dollar cost average. If it comes to Bitcoin, I'll be looking under 15,000, Ethereum under 750. Right now, I think it's kind of tough to catch a falling knife. I do think there's going to be more pain. Maybe I'll miss it. Maybe I'll have to buy it a little late on the rip back up, but I'm okay with that because I'm a long-term investor. Now, I know some of you might be looking for opportunities to, maybe you hate crypto and you want to bet against it, or maybe you're just looking to hedge your portfolio. Well, you now have a new option. ProShares is launching a short Bitcoin ETF this week. It will be trading under the ticker BITI, so just wanted to call that all out for you. Now that the crypto market is still rocking and the futures market is actually open, we're seeing actually a positive bounce back in the S&P 500, the NASDAQ 100, and that's also being associated with the bounce back in crypto that you're seeing in real time. Oil sitting at 109, gold sitting at 1,841. Just want to quickly call that out for anyone who's paying attention to it. But overall, yes, crypto's been beat up, equities have been beat up, and the question is, okay, are they beat up enough that it's time for mean reversion? It's time for maybe the bears got a little bit over exuberant and it's time to get a bounce up. Now, for me, I want to share this. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a fortune teller. But if you're looking at gas prices, oil prices, what's going on with Russia and Ukraine, food shortages, fertilizer shortages, issues in the housing market, not as bad as 2008, but mortgages are going up. There's a very, very low supply. There's concerns. And because of all that, especially when inflation, it's not even flatlining. We're still going up. I still think there's more pain to be seen. Now, eventually this will bottom out and that will represent an amazing buying opportunity. I just don't think we're there quite yet. Anyway, in the short term right now, Bitcoin bounces back after falling to a new 2022 lows over the weekend. Yes, we're bouncing back. The goal in question, is it going to hold? And with the S&P 500, same thing since the futures market is already open. The S&P 500 futures rise 1% as the market is set to rebound from a brutal week. Now, I hope CNBC didn't put the cart in front of the horse, already calling for the rebound. I could see it. I mean, the S&P 500, we have 1, 2, 3 gap fills to the upside, all awesome targets. And for me, I like that as a play, but what I like better is playing that, maybe not so staunchly, but waiting for it to come back over and playing it once again back to the downside. So if I had to put it this way for equities and crypto, in the very short term, bullish, then I'm looking for a bearish flush out, and then I'm looking for a new bottom that ideally we can actually load up some decent size on. Overall, this is the calm before the storm, and I'm really saying that because on Wednesday and Thursday of this week, Jerome Powell will be speaking to the Senate on Wednesday at 9:30 and then the House of Representatives at 10 a.m. Whenever he talks, you can definitely get some serious market movement. This upcoming week, maybe particularly for an equity, I want to pay attention to what's going on with RDBX, aka Redbox, because last week, the OCC or exchanges or brokers, no one really knows. Everyone's like that Spider-Man meme pointing at the other person of who told them to stop trading options, but you can no longer buy calls, you can no longer buy puts. So that's kind of really messed up my concept of that play. I wanted to play it back down to the downside. Can't do that anymore. So should be interesting, but as of right now, things are calm, but maybe a little bit too calm. Let me know your thoughts in a comment below. And I want to really know, do you think that God hates NFTs? I'll catch you in the next video.